Hello, happy Friday. Hello, friends. Welcome to Laura Madden Studio. Welcome back to me, I should say. I have not been on here for so long. And of course, I miss getting on here and talking and chatting and connecting because I always feel like I get some great connections and great feedback from you guys. And also just kind of have been taking a mini break from Instagram, still on obviously posting if you are following here at all, but just in itty bitty way, really itty bitty way, spending a lot less time online, a lot less screen time has been really good. And so that's really exciting, you know, to feel like refreshed and to have a little break, but also kind of like I can't unsee what I've seen. I can't unfeel or unknow what I now know. And that is that I just cannot spend so much time online and on a screen. So I'll definitely be spending less and less time on here. So I apologize if you send me a message and I don't get back to you right away. My website is, my new website is up. It is constantly being added to. It is lauramaddenstudio.com. Please email me at lauramaddenstudio.com if you are inquiring about a piece of work of mine, any inquiries at all, or if you've sent me a message and you need a reply in a timely manner, chances are I may not see it in that timely manner. So please email me, laura@lauramaddenstudio.com. So I just got back from a wonderful trip in Italy, and I cannot tell you how inspired I am and just how brimming I am to get going. And I do not have the physical capacity to act on or embark on all the things that are now kind of like that have come to being for me that I want to create and implement and innovate. So this has been a little bit interesting. I'd say I'm just about over my jet lag. I always get hit really hard with it, which really sucks, but that's not unusual. So the last week or so has been really challenging for me energy-wise because my sleep is not tight. And but I did sleep till 3 a.m. No, I slept later today. I slept later. I slept till almost 5. So maybe I'm over it. I hope so. All right. Hey guys. Hey Ken Ross, John King. How are you? Hey guys. So if you have any questions at all about any of my work that I've posted here, anything you see on my website, please don't hesitate to DM me. Like I said, I know I might not see it right away. If you don't hear back from me in a couple days, please email. But I always love hearing your feedback and your thoughts. So today I want to get on and share one of my favorite pieces that has been hanging in my home. And for a while, this is ASTER, by the way. For a while, I was just not going to sell this. And now I've created a number of other pieces that I really would love to go in this spot. We also are going to be investing in some glass pieces that we found on Murano while we were in Italy. And so I might need this spot for one of those glass sculptures when it comes back to us. So anyhow, this is officially for sale. This is called ASTER. This is not on my website. It is one of the higher priced items out of my collection, so I might not actually be putting that on my website. So please DM if you're interested or email laura@lauramaddenstudio.com. This is ASTER. This is, I think it's 96 inches tall, I think 79 inches wide, and it's something like 28 inches deep. So it is pretty deep, and I will take this off in a bit to show you a little bit more about that. It's kind of tricky. It's in this little corner here. The lighting is not ideal. We have these weird skylights here, so it's not an ideal spot for this. So, you know, it's not a spot for it to really shine. It needs a much better light source on it, and I don't have that spot right now. So this is officially for sale. And I want to tell a little bit of a story about this because it is an interesting story how this piece came to be. And a lot of people ask how I source my items. If you're new to my work, I do create items, artwork, paintings and sculptures out of reclaimed materials, found objects, discards, someone else's discards, items that were maybe otherwise trash to someone. I hate to use that word, but a lot of the items I have acquired, the materials that I've acquired, that I create my art collection with, were someone else's trash, essentially. So I do source a lot of estate sales, thrift stores. People have given me stuff that they have no use for. So a lot of what you see here is me creating artwork that really mirrors the human condition. We have limitless potential. We, have this power of continuing to reinvent ourselves, and this power of self-renewal with self-belief. So I hope people get that from my artwork. This completely mirrors what we're experiencing in our human existence, in our lives. And, I really hope for the intention of my work is that it will help people to find more value in themselves, because what I'm doing is I'm resurrecting value in these items that were no longer valued by one other. And so that is really the deeper meaning. This really started, by the way, I meant to come on here just, it has been exactly 6 years now. It has been 6 years since I started this as a business, since I decided to pursue my art professionally. 6 years, which seems so strange, but at the same time, I feel like I've been doing this forever, but I haven't been. So it's been 6 years. I decided I am an artist, and I'm going to pursue this professionally, and I'm going to try and sell my work. So here I am 6 years later, still doing it, and things just continue to evolve and change, and it's been so magically difficult and interesting at the same time. So this really did start as an environmental stance to collect and curate these items that were discards and that would otherwise end up in landfill. And the further and further I got into this, year after year, it started to unravel this deeper meaning. It kind of just like revealed itself, and it really is that mirroring of the human condition and that human potential. We are limitless. And at the same time, there is that real heightened sense of self-renewal with self-belief. And it just slowly revealed itself to me, but that I've also reinvented myself a number of times, more than I'd like to admit, actually. I went to school for kinesiology and physiology, and I worked in fitness and did everything you could do at fitness for about 15 years, and then moved into health coaching, nutrition coaching, and cooking, and styling, and personal shopping, and my dogs are loving that. And then eventually art. And here we are today. So what do I want to tell you about this story, this piece here? Quick story. These are items. I'm just going to take this off. I hate doing this because I always mess this up. Oh, Claudia, how are you, darling? John, how are you? I have been thinking of you and Joan. I have so many questions for you guys and have so much to share with you. So this here, you guys, this came from items that literally sat in my garage for years, and I walked over them, I walked around them, I walked past them for years, and I had my husband chirping in my ear, can we please throw away these things? Can we please get rid of these things? What are we doing with this mound of things? And it was one of those situations, and I still have a lot of these pieces that I've collected. It was one of those situations where I don't know yet, but it will be something. I don't know yet, but there is a purpose. There's a place for these items. So what you're seeing here, this wood, so this was a frame that I had acquired at an estate sale. It had damage. It was damaged beyond my own abilities of repair. It was damaged beyond my comfort level of bringing it to a framer and spending all this money to have them repair the frame. I don't know why I bought a damaged frame, but I just couldn't leave it for some unknown reason, unbeknownst to me. So this sat in my garage for years until one day I just had this, it was just like a force that came over me to take this out onto my patio, and I literally broke it in half. I broke it in half. It was very loose at the joints, and I just broke it in half. And so what you see here are these two pieces of what was a very large wooden frame. And then we've got this is a plastic mesh, which was left by some contractor we worked with on one of our renovations. We've worked on our house a ton, and every time we have done work in our house, I've acquired all kinds of new tricks and tools from, leftovers from the renovation. So this plastic mesh came from something, I don't know, I think it was a bathroom situation. And I had this huge roll of this plastic mesh that contractor should have taken with them, but they didn't. I guess it was meant for me. What you see here, these little kind of like bits and bobs here, these little masses, those are actually packing peanuts, styrofoam packing peanuts, which drive me crazy because they do not recycle. You cannot put them in your recycling bin. I think now there's a special program, you can drive them out somewhere, but it's not convenient, so no one wants to do it. But I've been collecting them. I refuse to throw them in the trash. I'm just one of those people. And so that's what you're seeing here, all these beautiful little bits. And then we've got my very favorite, underneath there, you see this darker kind of like mass, this ripply, ruffly situation, cotton fabric. We have a huge collection of cotton fabric remnants that I've been collecting, some home textiles, some were clothing, some just scrap that I refuse to throw away because there's so much textile waste in fashion. And if you guys had been following me before art, I came to art from fashion and I was mainly focused on sustainable fashion. And so I became very, very well educated on the amount of textile waste that is happening in the fashion industry. And so that really got me aware of what else can I do with these things? So I've been collecting these fabrics for years before I even realized that, oh, you know what? I'm actually going to reimagine these into my artworks. And so that's what you are seeing here. So long story short, I just felt like I had to share that with you guys. This is ASTER. Again, if you want the exact dimensions, price, I can send that to you. Let me know what you need. Hey, Wendell, how are you? Stroll Biltmore. Hey, it's so good to see you. Okay, well, I gotta wrap this up. I have a very special VIP coming over and very shortly, so I want to make sure I am prepared. But here you go, ASTER, and I apologize. It is just, the lighting here is not ideal for this wonderful piece. So it is hard to really give you the gist. Sorry, my camera skills are very, very bad. It's hard to give you the gist. I did want to show you some other pieces that I have hanging. We've had lots of really cool redecorating going on in here. That's Clarity. This is a deconstructed quilt that I painted on and had stretched. That's all I'm going to show you for now. But most important was ASTER, and I wanted to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes of how this came to be, because every piece is different. Where I source materials and items from for every piece, it's different. Every piece has its own story. Every piece has its own like life story, and it's all so very interesting. But this one I thought was very special because this was one that essentially was contemplated for years. I walked over this broken frame or damaged frame before I decided to break it, and I walked over this bolt of plastic mesh before I decided that's going to go with that. And with this, and with these little bits and bobs, which are these styrofoam packing peanuts. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. You know I love to, oh, hey, Tim, how are you? It's so good to see you. Doug, hey. You guys know I guess you could say I have the gift of gab, but I just will blabber on and nobody benefits from that. So I think I've gone past that point. LauraMaddenStudio.com. Email me, please, Laura@LauraMaddenStudio.com, because you know I am just not online that much anymore. And if I miss your message, I really do feel very badly about that. But please email me because I don't want that to happen. All right, guys, happy Friday. I hope everyone has a wonderful and very safe weekend. It was a little tricky coming back to the US to such challenging news this last week. But hopefully we're on the upswing. Hopefully we are on the upswing. All right, guys, cheers.